We're getting ourselves into a mess that we've never gotten into before. We've done taken transmissions out of cars before, but I've never, ever rebuilt one. And today, we're gonna give it our best shot. All because of Cody. He's got a dang Trans Am, and we've got a transmission that is bad, so we need to make it good so it could go in a good car. Our pieces are on the table, scattered all over. When the wind was trying to blow them away, so we used that to hold them down. We haven't even started the mission, and we've already realized we don't even have one of the tools we need. And it's this star bit up in here. Up in here. Dang it. So we're gonna just have to wait on that for later. So I think we're gonna just flip her upside down and start on what's inside the pan. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm winging it. I've watched like several videos on what to do, and they're all a little different, so I don't really think it matters specifically on which part needs to go first. Just as long as you remember where they go, right? Okay. We got her flipped upside down so we can get to the pieces we need here. And everybody says these are 13ers. We're gonna get them out the way. Yeah, we're leaking a little bit. Oh gosh. Oh man.
We knew it was coming.
All right, just don't get on my slippies. All right. Oh, it's coming.
Here it is.
It's almost got on my slippies.
Get that corner in there to catch some of it. Nice, man. Nice handwork.
Little flipperoonie in there. Dang, look at that magnet. Oh my gosh. Dang, look at that filter. It's full. Look at the magnet-rooney on the bolts. It's got like a spiky hairdo. I wonder if it grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. Smelly. I'm done. I'm out of here. Filter first, I guess.
Sure.
Oh man, that stinks. Like nastiness. Just look how ugly that is. No good. Definitely was a goner. I'm just gonna put the filter in the bucket. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? A whole lot of stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess I know electrical stuff. I can start doing that. All right. So far so good. These are coming out pretty nicely. I luckily did not break one clip yet. So I can't pull this harness off because it looks like it's under this thing. So I'm gonna pull these next. And hopefully that's the right decision. As every piece we take off here, we got enough table that we're just gonna in line. It's gonna work, I swear. So now, I did miss one electrical guy right here. Oh, come on now, buddy. Dang, he was stiff. And then we got this guy hanging us in there, so we gotta get this guy out of here. So we need a little flathead because he goes in there. And I think, oh yeah, you can rotate him till you could see it. You see it moving? All right, cool. Watch your eyes now, guys. Watch your eyes. Die. Boop. Another thing I'm gonna do is the ones I can remember, I'm gonna put bolts back into places. Then you don't have to remember as many. We're almost free with this electrical harness here. Looks like we gotta get that big old whatever it is out of our way. So instead of taking this puppy out, We're just gonna take this whole thing in. But now I'm thinking there are check balls under here, so we probably want to be flat. Oh, nice. All right, this whole thing should come up. Gasket's holding all the bolts. Those suckers. There we go. Hopefully the instructions show where the check balls go. But I remember that one was very important, and there's one there, so I bet you that's where that one goes. Mm. But I am gonna take a picture of where all these are, just to be safe. It also looks like I need to remove this and this to get the gasket off. But I probably wanna get these balls. Seems like a safe spot, right? All right, what we're doing next? This little guy. Since we're already set up on the 8. Tanner for this weird thing. This squishes fluid out, doesn't it? Heck yeah. It's kind of cool to watch. And there's the whole gasket Rooney stuff, huh? Yeah, look at the amount of buildup right there. Yuck. This whole thing was full of clutch material. Yeah. You know something I forgot to mention, you know, maybe I'm wearing my sunglasses so much today because you remember that dang square body video that we put the alternator on? Yeah, there was a bunch of mice. That dang truck gave me 2 pink eyes, man. Oh, and it's been like 3-4 days. Does pink eye even last this long? I've never had it in my life. Tell you what, it got me good though. Look at this. Dang. So we're valve bodiless. We're getting places. Look at the amount of dirt, I tell you what. And then look at the little rock in there. Was that in there? What is it doing in there? That can't be good. Oh, man. There's the check ball right there I need to get. So I'm gonna make sure there's none extra by just, you know, running a magnet over everything. Seems to be like no check ball. So now I think we dump it over, empty the rest of this fluid out. I don't know if we need to take this apart. I'm hoping we don't need to. But, oh, there's a check ball in there, and there's a check ball in there. Well, that ain't no good. Those are not supposed to be there. So I have terrible news, guys. I dropped a check ball down in here somehow. And, yeah. I don't know how we're getting that puppy back. That's gonna be the adventure for today. Let's take this off next. Maybe the check ball will fall out of here. The tail shaft piece is off. The better news is that check ball ain't coming out of this way for sure. Man, did I just cause us maybe more work? I don't know. No, we're taking it all the way apart anyway. Guaranteed now. I guess this guy is our next piece. And then the dang bell housing that we need these dang, what are these? Yeah, man, son of a. So in the videos we watched, they like to beat on this. All right. So we seen the fluid come out. I done put it on the wall. Oh no! Oh, we almost got Cody's air filter. Holy cow, look at the drip up there above the cabinet. How did it get up there?
Wow.
Like there's the thing above the thing. How did it get on the... What the? That says Mikey's got skills. And then I think we just pry this little ring out. Can I get behind it? Let's try this skinnier screwdriver. Alright, so I had to do a little bang bang. Give it a little motivation. You know, everybody needs a little motivation every now and then. And then we just pry her around. Watch your eyeballs now. All right.
Just a little bit.
We need to get a screwdriver on that gasket and stretch it. I forgot about that. So then they stretch this sucker like ungodly amounts. And then boom. And you be careful of your pancakes. I mean, whatever those are. Did you see that splash? That was awesome. All right, and then which way does this go?
That point down.
This way?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna have to watch that video again. And then this stuff goes in the rest of that. All right, no check ball. Do you see a check ball? Dang it. Dang, look at our table, we're getting half full. Uh-oh. No, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. We're back another day, and we are still not having success. So I spent the better part of the evening driving from store to store and searching for this star head bit. You know, I'm like a parts store, guaranteed has it, you know what I mean? So far, nobody's got it. But, you know, I found this one, which we had a T50 star bit and a T60, and T50 was too small and the T60 was too big. So when I was at the store, I said, a T55, I didn't have one of those. Maybe it's the one in the middle. But I'm gonna tell you, it don't work. The T55 is too dang big too. It don't fit. So, I'm already at Grandpa's this morning and, you know, so we're like, well, what if we just take the T50 and we put some tape on it and make it thicker, is what I'm saying. And we shove it in there and it's like, yeah, it feels good. It'll work. No, we stripped the crap out of that bolt. Can you see it? Let's put some light on the situation. Can you see how bad we stripped that puppy now? Just look how bad it is. That's what I'm saying. We can find the bit on the lines, and it's like 40 to 50 bucks, but then you gotta wait for it to ship to your house. And we're already in this mission. We're not waiting for nobody other than ourselves, okay? So plan 2 is to take this puppy and make it friends with this guy. We're just gonna skinny him up a little. Hopefully that works. I'm gonna have to take a lot of meat off that puppy. Oh well. What else are we gonna do? So we're losing a lot of our material here. We're gonna have to come back and give our grooves, but it is working. I thought these were way tougher than they are. Dang, we are getting close. Maybe we try some of these grooves. Check out our wonderful masterpiece here. Just look at them machining skills. Look at that. Is it gonna work? I don't know, but gosh dang, does it feel like a factory dang built whatever you ma call it. All right? So the only thing now is to dang try it. Let's put this on the big boy. All right, we're gonna aim for one of these. Probably the top one, yep. All right, here we go. Pray for us. Came out. It frickin' worked. Are you kidding me? Let's look at this bolt.
Shred it.
It did gnar it up a little bit.
But that's the bit we're gonna use to put it back in. Oh well. See if it'll pull them off. Try that shredded one that you did already. It'll be the one that won't go because we fucking ran it in a little. No way.
Well, let's just keep going. If we gotta buy new bell housing bolts, we gotta buy new bell housing bolts. Uh-oh. Shredded that one. We're drilling that one off. Hopefully my bit's still okay. Alrighty, okay, so it worked on most of them, but, and you know, big butts and we cannot lie, we did break a couple teeth off of our bit here when I had attempted this one here, and then we ended up shredding this one, and we ended up shredding this one. So we got 3 of them we're gonna have to drill out now. But the good news is we at least have a couple bolts we could take to the dang part store, another part store maybe, and find the right bit. I don't know. I'm stretching for getting this done. Like, this is what happens when you don't do this stuff all the time. It's a huge learning curve. After a bit of a struggle, the bell housing came off. We drilled them heads. We used one drill bit, another drill bit, a third drill bit to get the last one. Man, I had to go all the way home, take 25-minute round trip to get this cool drill bit. And this is where we're at, getting these out, you know? So, yeah, struggling just a little bit on the easy part today. Got them out now. Let's get this oil pump off. I think that's our next task. Which, it should be a 13 mil if you're wondering. Because that's what I'm using anyway. So let's see what kind of luck we got here. Oh, we gotta grab it with some of these.
Watch that board's rolling, but I think it'll stay there.
Alright, so we're leaking fluid. We might want to get
Hand back over here?
yeah. Here, you go for the pan, I'll grab this.
Alright.
Come fast, we're leaking faster.
Okay. Now we're back to this.
Alright. I'm just gonna have to... You get that one on that back end?
You want it out there?
Yeah, it's not
Gotcha.
sitting
Yeah,
straight.
alright. So it has that one next ring, a rubber O-ring,
Oh, that's what we've got, that O-ring. On the shaft. Remember
There
that?
you go.
Alright, gotta remember these holes, this big one and that one, face up through these holes. Okay? So, we did get the oil pump off. It dang slips out way easier once you do what you're supposed to do. What is it, the whole shaft? Or do we have to release something to let this shaft out? I don't remember. Oh, it was the band. We gotta release the band. So we need that big old flathead or that big old pry. So we're gonna just sneak that puppy in there. And I think I got it to release. Yep.
There it goes.
Okay. So, let's see here. I guess this is coming next. Hey look, we found clutches! Finally, something I kinda know about transmission. Stuff going on or juices switching thingies. I don't know what I'm saying. But, what I'm saying is, I do know these things in there do the spinnings and the right things. That's what I'm saying. And there's just a snap ring to get that out, so that should be easy, but we're not worried about that now. Now this little guy, I don't know if that matters, but why is this not coming out? Oh, this? We have to push this out? No, that was the band holder in her. So I think we get the band out now. Holy cow, metal went through the bandaroonie. Look at them chunks. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Definitely. So we've been at this for like 25, 30 minutes now. And this just don't want to pull out. Every dang video that we dang watch, the thing just frickin' slides out like it's nothing. What the heck is holding this puppy in, man? I don't really know what to do. It'll spin. If you spin the shaft, it'll spin the back end, but it won't go backwards. Oh, now it will. It wasn't doing that earlier. You know. Oh my gosh, like I don't know what we're doing here. It's solid. You pull on this. Look at the back wiggle. You know, I pull it like, what's holding it together? Is there like a bolt on the outside I'm missing? Oh my gosh. We got a first timer in the house. My first day of work here. That sure looks like something that might hold us in. But it also don't look like it'll hold us in because it's down over here yonder way.
Far out.
You got it, big guy. I'll turn. It's all you, bud.
Nice job, big guy.
And after we ran into the actual table. Mouse! Oh, no!
Look at him go.
Right into the damn barn.
That sucker just came out. But this dang thing, we just rattled the shit out of his home.
He was flipping around inside there like, holy hell.
I wish I'd have got that on video. Right as I turned the dang camera off.
It ran into the barn.
Wonder if there's more in there the way that shit sounds.
I bet there is.
Alrighty, so that puppy it's sticking in there. You've seen us fighting it. So the only good two things we come up with is a slide hammer or a dang dropping it. And it's scary. I'm worried about dropping this transmission, okay? But what from we're reading is if you get these things too hot, then them damn clutches in there warp and then they get, or they do stuff, is what I'm saying, that make it so it's hard to come out. So everything we can come across is drop the dang thing. So we did some looking all around to find the perfect way to do it. And this is the only thing that we got. Minus taking the chainsaw and chopping the tree down and, you know, in several pieces and dropping it on them. So we're like, why do all that when we got some 2x4s? We got some wood to set on the wood because there's so many nail holes that we don't want to mess up the mating surfaces. So I'm gonna stand up here and drop it and hopefully that sucker will come out because I'm tired of fighting it. This is very stable? Could be stable enough. Oh, let me get my gloves so I can feel like the Hulk. Balloon. They're cloth, dummy. Woo! It's a little wobbly. Anything happen? No. Anything?
There it went.
Boom, baby! Are you kidding me? No way, dude!
That is excellent.
No way! You didn't. Oh no! What?
Is that what you needed?
We got it, little buddy! Look at that! Man, am I excited that dang thing dropped out of there on that third drop. I think it was the third drop anyway. But look inside of this. Dang, look at all these chunks of metal. Like, what is these little bangaroonies? Were those there before? I don't know. I can't tell ya. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never done one of these. But, you know, just listen how bad that sounds. I don't think that's good. But come over here to the piece that was stuck in there and look at all these teeth-a-roonies. These ones in the middle here, can you see them? They're shredded. They're gone. And then you could see like these outer ones, they're half gone. And then on these inner ones, those are half gone. And then these back ones are half gone. So there's like all sorts, and listen to this. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. Is that a good view? I don't know if you guys had a good view. So here's a good view. Look at all them teeth shredded, okay? That's what I'm talking about. And listen, like I said, it's yuck. So, the good news is, The clutches were actually the issue. And that's what we bought to fix it, was, you know, the stuff. Hopefully, we can clean out the bearings that are in there if they're still good, or maybe these have bearings and we didn't see them in this mess of stuff. But man, seeing them things shredded like that definitely make me feel a little better that we can actually fix this. What I'm really saying is heck of a lot scarier of a job when you ain't done it before, but it's not a big deal. And I'm not trying to count chickens before the hatch again, but once you're in here, it's like they're just pieces that go back together like everything else. All right, the next move here, I got that snap ring off, you know. And I had to use these snap ring pliers and one of these little frickin' tiny dang screwdrivers you never use. And once I got the things open, I put the flathead in there and I jammed it to the side and I just worked it around and it came out. You know, there's no room to show you with both my hands in here. But now this puppy comes out, all right? So that's the next piece. I'm not even gonna really look much more at it. Man, I'm taking a whooping on this, but it is a learning experience. And then I'm still having fun though. Oh my gosh, the next piece. The next piece. Dun, dun, dun. Look at all the nasty chunks. Gross. Gross. What is in here? Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's supposed to look flat right there or not. But we're gonna go put it on our pile of parts because there's a snap ring on there. What's that there for? To go too far back, maybe? I don't know what I'm doing, guys. So now we're figuring out what the dang next piece we're gonna take out. And let's give her a good look in here. I think it's this snap ring. Grandpa says he watched the video and says that. But I'm a little worried here, because I don't know if you could see in here. But I'm a little worried because there's this little chunk here. And then this is broken off, like it's out a little bit. So I don't know if that's normal. Maybe it's like, you know, it's supposed to make sure this is supposed to stay in that spot or what. But the metal chunks right here don't look good to me is what I'm saying. Do you see them? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. I am not a transmission guy, all right? But I'm gonna take it out anyway. And I'm gonna pray that it's supposed to be that way, but we'll find out here in a second. All right, so I already did some tugging on it and that dang thing fell, whatever it was. So then I realized I better stop tugging and get the dang camera out. Oh, I just pulled this off. But these gotta be remembered what order they're in. So I don't really know if that's important. A transmission guy may tell you it's not, but I'm gonna make sure that they're staying where they're at. So does this come off? Had to put you guys down, but I did some learning, and what I did is we just pulled that actually out the back end instead of trying to come in this end, and this guy just fell right on, you know, in here. But here's that little piece that was definitely supposed to be in there the way that it was. You can tell by the shape that it is, and it's not broken, so that's good news anyway. And now we have an empty case. But dang, look at all the dirt in there. It's not dirt, it's more like clutch material, but you know what I'm saying, the stuff that's not supposed to be in there. I'm not looking forward to cleaning any of that out. It's been a day since we did something, and I totally spaced it, and Grandpa just brought that up. You remember that little ball bearing that just went missing? Well, it's not in here either. I was hoping that it would pop its head when we got everything out. And I think we got everything out, and I don't see a ball bearing anywhere. So I'm a little nervous. All right, guys, I gotta give you a big woo! Woo! Because I just got excited. But first off, never once in my entire time of being here did I think we would take up the entire table, work table, bench, whatever it is, of all the parts on one task. Okay, first off. Second off, I just got so freaking excited because, you know, that check ball I told you we did not find anywhere? This guy just freaking found it right here in the metal shavings. Can you believe that I seen this little tiny ball?
There's nothing I could do, Mullins. The FBI has jurisdiction.
Maybe they're in here.
Oh, come
Maybe they're
on.
in here. No.
Would you stop? Would
No,
you stop?
they're not in there. Let me see.
What is she doing?
They're not under there.
She's looking for my balls.
Hey, if anyone's seen the captain's balls, let me know. They're about this big, but a lot tinier. They're like a pea, or like a ball bearing, or like if you've ever seen a mouse ball, about half that size. Incredibly tiny. They're like really, really tiny little girl balls. If little girls had balls. So if you find little tiny girl balls that are so fucking tiny and shriveled up, let me know, because I'll put them right back up his scrotum.
Look at this screwdriver. It's, you know, and this is a skinny screwdriver. This is a normal screwdriver. That ain't no big frickin' ball, okay? How did I find that? Do you see my eyes? Man, they don't look good, but they dang do good looking. All right, dang. So, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna clean this little check ball off using my flannel. And we're gonna put him with all his other little buddies. In a video we watched said we should have 8 of those. And we have frickin' 5 here and 3 there. My 6-year-old could do that math. So I'm gonna dang call that a day. I thought I was going home today, a little sad because that check ball, but that was the goal for today, is to take this thing apart. It is dinner time. I am done for today. Stick around because we're just going back together. I promise. All right, so it's been a whole nother day. I lost 1 full day yesterday dealing with doctor stuff and looking for our assembly glue and some paint thinner so we can be cleaning on this case. So we took it apart the other day and we're like, man, we're as far as we need to go. And then we watched this assembly video and we missed one little piece. So now we're making things up. We're making stuff work, is what I'm saying. So this stuff, it's gonna go in this end. And then this stuff is gonna go in this end. And we gotta squish down this ring to be able to get a snap ring out of here. Because this, I don't know, you see the silver ring in there? I guess that's a whole piston in there that needs to come out, and we've got some seals to replace on that puppy. So, it's gotta come out. I thought it was one piece, so. But you see the low reverse clutch? Yep, this is what we're doing. You see 1, 2, 3 seals on the back of this puppy. And these are the springs we're about to squish down, okay? So, that's what we just made our little Jimmy, the squisher thing, so we can get the snap ring off. All right, some light on the situation, and I got our Jimmy hooked up. It's already squeezed down as max as we can go. Just look at all them spacers we needed on this side. So now I've got to figure out how to get my hand in here and get that snap ring off, okay? All right, so, you know, I overstressed this little piece here, but the snap ring, it's not as tough as I thought it was. So it came off a little nicer. What I'm saying is I made a mountain out of a molehill, all right? So now we just got to get the spring thingy out of here. And man, it almost just shot me in the freaking face. Dang. Dang. And now this puppy should come out. Maybe. Hold on, let me put you guys down. All right, well, we tried putting the air in the hole. She didn't want to come out. So you know what I resorted to? Dropping that puppy once again. And it worked. Man, I'll tell you what, I get scared every time. But now we gotta clean this puppy up because look at all the metal shavings we got in our work area. We might just take this cardboard off and start with a freshie. But what I'm saying is it's starting to clean. We can finally start cleaning the pieces and putting them back together. So we got a parts washer set up over here, cardboard, and like every last little bit of brake clean. You know, and for now we're using the brake clean because all these little spots. You know what I mean? We can clean all that out. And we don't really necessarily have a bucket big enough to just dip it 1,000 times with this stuff. So we're doing with what we got is what I'm telling you. And we're gonna get it as clean as we possibly can. Because is anything 100% clean anyways? No. Even if you wash your hands, you go touch the door handle to leave the bathroom, you just made it dirty again. Right? All right. I'm glad we're past that. But anyways, this is the plan. Is to clean it. I don't know if it's gonna go well. Oh, it's going well. Look at all that stuff. You know, this is definitely the case of we didn't buy this brake cleaner, the shop did, so we're gonna use it all. You know, like the memes where they say, okay. Things are changing slightly. We figured instead of using this as a tool cart, we'll set up a table for tools and we'll use this as a parts cart. Dang, Grandpa got us set up on all our juices that we're gonna need. Some transmission fluid to dip some stuff. We got the goo. I dang got this about as clean as we're gonna get it. Do you see it? It looks better, doesn't it? Look in here. Dang, look in there. Holy cow, it looks better. Is what I'm telling you. Then the first piece. The piece you just watched us get out like a minute ago. Time to put some seals in it. And I believe that's these. Right here. And I think we got the one on the inside. And then these two on the outside. Should be easy. You can see the old. We're gooped up. Now we're going back in. One thing I did forget is to goop this thing. They said put a lot of goop on that nub. And that nub should go in that nub in the case down there. Do you see it? Alright, so I got it in there. And it looks like if these are spaced in this space properly, it is in there. But you do gotta top her down a little bit. A whole lot of forgetting is happening. I dang had to pull the video back out. And I forgot to check our check ball here to see if it was coming out of here or here. And we don't want it coming out of here. And first time we did have it come out of there and we were like, shoot, 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 man. But we didn't panic. We stayed organic and we done went and got our brake cleaner and we shot her down the hole, cleaned it out, and we gave her another try and we had some success. Cause look, we don't got fluid, but we do here, okay? Do you want to see it? I'll show you. Where'd my juice go? All right, so look, I'm not playing. I'm dumping it in that little hole. All right, nothing there, nothing. But look, it's draining there. All right, and we're still good here. All right, so that's a plus. We don't have to redo that ball. Man, and I'll tell you, it was a little bit of a panic when I seen it come from the inside, okay? Whew. But, little brake clean, and we're back on our way. So this guy, we told you to get her in there right and bang her down. Now you gotta have like a good 1/2 inch edge on this ring on the backside here. Otherwise you didn't get it all the way down, okay? So it took me like 3 times to actually get her down all the way. It's finally down all the way, okay? Now we can start moving on to the next pieces, which would be this spring cage that we had used our cool little homemade clampy device, okay? That goes on next. And then he says put this on there, in there too. Just in there, you know what I mean? Dang, we got that snap ring in. We're back where we started today. Woo! Woo! I'm freaking excited, man. I don't even know if I could tell you. I don't know if my face really shows it neither. So what I'm telling you is I'm about to go sit down and have a warm snack because I'm telling you the stress levels have been through the roof just doing what we've done this morning, okay? So I need to bring them back down to a calm level, okay? All right, thank you. Man, I'm excited. The warm snack got me motivated. I done dropped a couple pieces in without you. I cleaned this one just a second ago, and that's what made me realize I forgot you. But look at this. Okay, so this piece, it should spin freely, smooth. It sounds good, okay? So now the next piece is this guy, but we got the dust bearing in there. We gotta make sure I get it the right way.
Did you just pour it on this one?
Yeah, pour it on that one. But this one, you want the ring on the outside, not the inside. So you make sure it goes this way. And you just set her in there, is what they're doing. Is what I'm saying they're doing. Now this guy, there's one in here that I guess is hard to get out, so we're just gonna dump the fluids on him. Give him a little bath of Rooney, you know? Which is good because we done cleaned off all these gears and we need that fluid in them gears too. So we'll give them a little spin to make sure. Yep, there we go. Dang. Now, this whole puppy goes down in the thing in there, is what I'm saying. All right, so that dude, he told me to put a screwdriver and hold the thing. But instead, what I did is I just put my finger on this thing. This is what holds your park. And then it let the one ring to quit spinning so I could spin the one on the inside. And check her out. Spinning pretty good. All right, so, dang. Am I doing this right? Looks right. All right, now we're getting the fun part of soaking all our new clutches here. So don't forget this. They say do not, by any circumstances, put these in dry. So we're not gonna do that, is what I'm telling you guys. Obviously, you gotta make sure you get the right ones. And for me, I use these teeth and the size of the ring because there was a couple of them. Like, look at this, the teeth are different sizes, you know? So it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, like I made mountains out of molehills is what I'm saying, and got too nervous over something that's not that big of a deal. Just investigate. So I don't know if this matters either, honestly, to soak the metals, but I'm gonna dip the metals in the fluid. And then the big open gap is supposed to be down and to the right. All right, from everywhere I can see, that's how it's supposed to be. Because you see how there's this big gap of Rooney here? You won't be able to fit it any other way. So that's the only way it'll go in anywho. All right, cool. Now, for the exciting little ring-a-rooney. I guess this just goes in next. And I don't think that matters how it sits. It goes in there and it falls in its home. And then we get another metal one and do the same thing and make sure it, you know, falls in the same direction that the last one did. All right. A little metal piece. Boop. And then another friction piece. Boop. Boop. Dang, this is cool. I'm rebuilding the transmission, guys. I could do this again. This is too easy. Why did we not do this years ago? We've needed transmissions on several occasions. Time is now. All right, where am I? Oh, yeah, this way for sure. Oh, you see how I missed and it didn't go down? It's not gonna go down. Come on. Oh, look at that. And it fell right in its home. And then the last friction, which I'm actually gonna wipe down and dip again because I see some chunks on it. Perfect. Now we re-dunk. Get round 2 on this poor little thing. And then the last one, the last melon. There it is, guys. Dang. It's that easy? Are you kidding me? Alrighty, my friends, check it out. We've got the whole first section of clutches in. Now, if you're watching this to be all informative, you see that little anti-rattle clip? Don't forget him, okay? Because I guess you make a lot of noise without them. You need them in there, and you want them in the section with the hole right there, you know, by the big one, okay? And definitely put it in before you put this big old heavy one in, because man, I'll tell you what, if you ain't got the grippies on the little fingers, it ain't coming out. It's heavy. My fingers hurt after. So now that that's in, the what is this thing called can come in here, okay? And then I think you want this end to stop by that rattle clip, and then this end's gonna stop at that rattle clip, okay? So, you know what I'm trying to tell you. It's going in there. And boom! The ring is holding her in. So, I think that's about time for a warm snack. Because, man, this is exciting. We've got the first section of the transmission going back together. All right? These are our old clutches. They're gone. We've got these few pieces. We've got this little piece. This has clutches in it that we got to rebuild. But now that we did them over here, that's going to be nothing over there. So we might be back together today. Nope. Definitely not. Probably tomorrow. But we're going to get as far as we can anyway. And we're getting much further than I thought we would have already. So this guy is one happy guy. I'm going to take this little air here. And the one between the ball and that, I guess, goes to the reverse clutch. And then we should see that thing moving there. See it? Oh, snap. I think we're good. I think we're good. So, Mikey is winning on his first one so far, so you know what I mean? All right. This went in. So we dropped that little sun gear or whatever they keep calling it, this guy in. Then I put the little plastic thing that goes on the end of that big drum. I set it in there. Okay, I put it in there. And then this guy goes in next, just like so. Just keep wiggling her till she falls in. See? It'll find its home. Still watching the video. That's how I know what I'm doing. Then the next piece, I think, is one of these. The next piece is in there. It just falls in, and they said put some grease on that ring, so I did to make sure that stays up, and it did. Helped out like a lot. Now it's down in there. It's in there. So I believe this is next. And we gotta soak that thrush washer in there. I got him in my hand. And then that drops down that way. And it spins. Hear it? Ooh, yeah. This spins. And that spins one way but not the other. So everything is doing what it's supposed to, man. I'm excited. Man, we're finally putting the output shaft in. Dang output shaft, it's doing its job. You spin it here, it does stuff in there. So this is our next task. Oh, Grandpa almost lost it in the bucket. Not everyone's got a cool fancy table to hold this up, but I know everyone's got a dang 5-gallon bucket and some wood sticking around. So now we can take this apart. And this is pretty easy because we done did it in there already. And we just snapped this puppy off this snap ring. Look, I could get it with my fingers. Ah! 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 Okay, ouch, that hurts my nail. But anyway, we popped this puppy out. And we're taking more clutches out. Okay, look, it's coming out. What is happening? Watch your eyeballs. Oh, look. That was less eventful than I thought. We'll put that down. We're gonna let that stay. And then I think we just pick all these up together. Oh, yeah, and there's those springy thingies in there. We got them. So we had to make this little piece here, you can see, because the piece we had previously, which is, ow, almost my toe, this one, you know, it won't go, it's not gonna push down the spring stuff because the thing, you know, oh man. So what we did is we made a new one. You know, what is happening now? What are we doing? Uh-huh. So then we're gonna put this piece in there. Where's my other?
Flat piece.
Yeah. Uh-oh, we lost our piece. Found it. We found it. So then this piece is gonna go in here with some sort of fashion. You know what I mean? That way, well, we're gonna have to drill a hole in here. So we can put this back in here. And then we can, like, you know what I mean, pull up on this and push down at that at the same time to be able to, you know. Alright, so this is what I was just talking about. You can see our little U piece in there. Then we got the piece because I cut the wrong side. And then we got a nut under there. And then now we got our bolt. Okay? So as this bolt pushes down, it should release that spring so I can release that one clamperoonie in there. And we should be golden to get the pistons out. Gee. Oh doggy, after some dad words and some holy cowness, we got it. We got it. Now we just got to figure out how to get the stuff out of here. Alrighty, so when in doubt, tap it out. That was easy.
Okay.
There's got to be one more than there than that, isn't there?
I think so.
Nope. I don't think anything else is coming out. But that's okay. Moving on again, we got the ring in there. There's a new seal in the very bottom. And then we looby-dooby this whole little, you know, shaft looking thing. Now we're gonna do some more videoing. That's the video we're watching. If you can read it, I don't know if you can. Dropping more pieces in, important pieces, big tabs go in big spaces. Okay, you see the big with the big and then the big, okay? That's what's happening there. I don't fully know what's happening, but I'm still watching video, figuring it out as we go. And this is exciting, I'll tell you what. Anywho, we keep dropping pieces in here. This piece goes back in. The snap ring, which I bent up coming out, we're gonna have to give it some love. Squeeze it back together here. Which I might need a bigger pair of pliers.
The big green ones are there.
helper tip here that I didn't see in the video we're watching. All right, so we had to put the ring cage, the spring cage, not the ring, I don't know what I'm saying, the thing that springs up, makes whatever. And then we put our snap ring on. Now I'm telling you this, because it's round 2 now and we spent the last like 15 minutes trying to get the snap ring on and it wouldn't go on, and then we took everything apart, decided to do it this way, and it took like 2 seconds. So, our snap ring is on the outside of the shaft, okay? It's not in there. So now, we can start putting our pieces back. You know what I'm saying? And we can push that down far enough, and then we could come back with our flathead and just bang this dang ring right where it needs to go. And then it'll save you time. That's what I'm saying. All right, good news, we got the dang snap ring on. The bad news is we bent this up a little bit, but we got her as straight as we could because that's what we could do. The next thing we got going now is more clutches, which is even cooler. We dipped the metal too, and I don't really think it matters. But he says these 2 tabs go in between these skinny spaces, not the fat spaces. Another, same thing. And then the second one, boom. This is a seal we did not take out. It goes right in the end in there. We got a new one, is what I'm saying. Time for some more dang steels and some frictions. And these things are pretty self-explanatory. Again, the same tabs, and then, you know, the wide ones. Line them up. Don't forget to lube your frictions. And then one and then the other. There should be 5 of each, this guy says, and we got 5 of each, so. Almost dumped the bucket out, do you see that? Alrighty guys, check this out. The drum is back together. What are we doing here? I don't know, I can't sing. Well, by golly, guys, we're dang kicking ass and taking names today. But Cody's birthday was like a couple weeks ago, and he done just turned 21. So we're doing like a little birthday party for him tonight. So I gotta wrap it up, cause I'm already dang 20 minutes late of getting home and doing what I needed to do before he showed up. So we got the transmission in the box, so it tries to stay as clean as we can get it overnight. And we're gonna just drop everything and we're gonna run because we got stuff to do. And we'll be right back at it in the morning. Woo, doggy, man. I got a little throat issues again. But anyways, partying with Cody on his 21st birthday party, you know, it was a good time. For sure. Can't wait to do it again. But we're back at this transmission. It's uncovered. It's still stinking clean, which is amazing because, like, the dust in here, it don't stay out, no matter what. But anywho, we're on to the next stages. Right back to not knowing what we're doing. But if I have any clue, I think we're doing this piece next with these clutches. So right back into dipping our hands into that fluid. So let's get to it. Nothing, I don't even know what I'm saying. All right?
Nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Nothing to it but to do it. That's what was trying to come out, but my tongue wasn't working. So, this is, you know. Yep, I was right. The video says this drum. I've already pulled the clutches out. Now we squish this down. Man, I'll tell you what, these things are a pain. No wonder why it's so expensive to do transmission work, alright? Anywho, we got the piston out. It goes right in here. You know. So we gotta clean this puppy out real fast, like. Clean that off.
We can put our new seals on and go about our day. Man, I'm telling you, this thing is way easier than anybody's ever thought a transmission would be. That drum's already put together. Now we're working on the oil pump, and I think all we have to do, because of the kit we got now, okay, is just this. Now we should probably be taking this apart and opening her up and checking the stuffs on the insides, but our kit didn't come with them goodies. So we're gonna do with what we got, and we're gonna run it because I've got faith in it, and that's all we need. So we're gonna beat this puppy out somehow, and putting this new puppy in there somehow. The old one, she gone, and it didn't take too much mangling, so that's good. I probably ought to do some more checking, but that sure looks exactly the same. Does it look the same to you guys? I guess it don't matter because it's going in anywho. Dang, we made a homemade transmission holder. It's like the perfect height to work in. You know, there's no bending necessary. But I've been watching a lot of this video and doing a little bit of somethings. But this stuff, the drum is attached to the other drum. And now I believe it is time to drop this puppy in here. So that's gonna be a bit of fun because you gotta get all them little tabs like these, you know, all lined up properly. So it just looks like you just spin and spin and spin and you do what you can. Here it comes, the moment of the goodies. This thing is heavy, dude. You know, gosh dang, once I turned that camera off, this dang thing wanna slide in there like it was nothing. But anyway, anywho, check her out. We've got action. Stuff is happening. I don't know if it's correct, but it's working to me. So the next thing to do, I believe, is get our band. This puppy. And I believe I gotta look up which way this sucker sits in there. Alright, I don't know if you can see, but we got the band in there. The little band locker thing. That was actually really easy. Now it's time for the pump. We got that ring scooped up. We got the new gasket in there. So now we gotta just give her a shot. And you want these holes. Can you see those ones? Pointing down because they come in here, you know what I mean? All right, cool. That sucker just snapped in there. Looks like our bolt holes are lined up with the gasket not covering them. Dang! I don't know, man, but that looks like a dang transmission. What's happening? We only need like the stuff on the bottom almost. What am I doing here? Does that mean I can do this more than once? I think so. Now, have you ever seen a boat with the dang little washer, you know, the sealer ring on there like that? I for sure never have. I think that's a great idea. But anywho, we got those replaced. You can see the old ones there and the new ones on there. We're getting to be at the end of this transmission rebuild. Pump, torque-elated. Look, we even got the torque-elator bar out. So now I think our next thing is to be getting ready for this puppy You know, and that's just a couple of bolts in there. Man, this is exciting. I don't even know what to tell you. Dang, we got this, woo, separator plate. I gotta replace that filter and that filter. But we were lucky enough to be able to actually get the old gasket off of that and figured out the right gasket. So that was nice. That was real nice. So we figured out the gasket we want, and we've got this puppy where it's supposed to be. We've got a check ball to put in there, I think, and then we put the thing down, and then we put some more check balls and stuff. Dang, look at this stuff going together. We got our check balls finally going in their spots, and I know they're right because the video and this paper here shows you right here. Okay, so I think we're almost to the point of putting this valve body on, and that's kind of where I wanted to be today. So I'm getting excited, but I can't scream because my throat hurts a little bit. Putting this puppy on yonder, huh? Boom. Those bolts actually aligned pretty nicely. It's sitting down all the way. Heck yeah. Sold. Dang, it's happening. Dang. Dang. What is happening? The valve body's installed, guys. I'm feeling pretty good. I almost forgot like 2 bolts, but I found, and they got tight. Coming together real nicely here. Look at this. It's like almost empty. You know, we've got a bell housing. That's old stuff. We got to do the servo piston. That's a tail shaft housing. So this is like a little parks thingy, and then a little something, and the pan gasket. And I'm telling you, this sucker is back together. Dang, let me tell you what. The transmission, it's back in the case, first off. Second off, we are pretty much back together, and I've got to take it back apart. The good news is I don't have to take it all the way apart. I just need to take this electrical stuff back off and the whole valve body, because you gotta wiggle this bar in here as it goes down for the angle to the dangles that you need. And well, I didn't do that. Totally spaced it because I was worried about the valve body. But anyways, I gotta call it a day because I need to go get me a nap because I got work tonight. It's definitely a success from where we were at, so that's good. I'm happy with it. I'll be back working on this thing in a day or 2. Woo, Yogi, guys, man, it's been like several more days than I said I'd get here, but there's big reasons why, and this is why.
Make such cute little noises.
All right, that's right. Little dude, little Elliot is finally into this world, and I'm excited about it. You know, we had to spend some time. Anywho, we need to get this dang transmission back together because it's been a week since I've been here. We need to get it done before I forget, and it doesn't ever get done, so we need to get her done.
You know, so let's take this puppy apart. You know what I mean? We also got Phoebers with us today. You know, because I gotta help Mom out while I'm gone. She don't need to deal with every animal that we got, even though she's dealing with 3/4 of them and the little dude. But I'm thankful to have her around. She's a good mama. Anyways, let's get this done here. Cause, you know, we need to get her done. Pop some of these clips back off. You know, just like in the beginning of the video, so I won't show everything. Because I tried to show as much as I could while taking it apart the first time. I failed you again, gosh dang it, high pressure tension situations. Because dang it, I was lifting that puppy up and I left 3 bolts in it and the gasket came up and it flopped. It scared the heck out of me, scared the heck out of Grandpa. So we had to double check where all our check balls ended up. But the good news is the stupid little rod that I forgot 6 days ago, we got her on. It's connected the proper way. So I don't know. My first transmission build's going super well, even though I had to take it a little bit back apart. But doesn't that mean it's good, right? Now we're just gonna torque these back down once more again. Oh yeah, look at that puppy going in. We got a dang filter! The filter is on! What is happening? Oh my goodness, are we that close to being done? Sure feels like it. Alright, so the magnet, she's pretty clean. She's got she needs some brake clean. But, what the happened to my hands? Both of them. Like how I was using the rag to wipe it off, how did I get it all over me? What? Dang, man! Look how clean that sucker came out. Is that like even possible? Yep, because I did it. Right there, there's proof. That's not a new pan. Look, I didn't clean the outside. Who cleans the outside? That's for the guy who paints the dang thing, not this guy. Which is still be this guy. Just future this guy, alright? So, I think we can get our tranny pan gasket here. Get her marked up here. Put her magnet back. Because it's pretty dang clean. You know, after I wiped it off one more time. Which way is it? I would assume this way, right? No. I'm assuming this way. Yep. That little bump out right there was the key to me. Man, this is an exciting moment right here. I'll tell you guys what. Like, I had to wait a week, but it was worth it because of the circumstances, you know. Who doesn't want to bring the new little guy into the world? But look at this, you know. The pan's going back on. That means the only thing we really got left is put this tail shaft housing seal. We got the bell housing to put on and whatever this servo is. Man, we're about done. Who said a dummy couldn't rebuild a transmission? And I did it without the book. The dummies, transmissions for dummies. Wonder if they have that book. You really want to make a guy cringe? Get your impact out with your pan. They'll be like, don't do it! We're doing it! Ooh! We got a dang pan on here. Dang, so I think the next thing we'll do is this. And that's over here. So we gotta put this stuff in here with the new ring-a-roonies. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest, but I'm gonna figure it out. Okay? Let's figure it out. Dang, look at, we rebuilt this. We got the new Corvette servo in there. We got some new seals all up in there. Kind of boring stuff right then, but look at this. It's, what am I doing? This goes in there. This goes in here like this somehow. You know what I'm saying, guys? Do you understand what I mean? Okay. Gotta do that screwdriver trip with the ring-a-rooney. Pull that thing out again. Yeah. Dang, guys, look at this coolness. So that thing, you know, it's hanging out. And I'm like, it's not going in. What am I doing? And I just did this. I spun it, and it started sucking it in. And now, of course, I got you on camera, so I'm gonna do it. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look. It's almost there. What? Look at that. That is pretty neat. Ugh. That's cool. Dang, we got that snap ring in, no problem. You know, I just gave her a couple tappies till it went in. And then the snap ring fell right in. Don't ask me if that was the right way to do it, but that's the way I did it. Tail shaft is going on. Man, this is cool as heck. My first one we're almost done with.
The tail shaft, it's installed.
We flipped it over and it looks like a dang transmission minus the big old bell housing. And you know what? And what do you mean it don't look like a transmission? It does now.
So what I'm telling you is we're finally done rebuilding this puppy. The only bummer part is we don't have a test machine. We don't know if it's gonna work properly, but I feel confident that it's gonna work properly, so you're gonna have to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, because in a couple weeks we'll be putting this in my brother's dang Pontiac Trans Am, and we'll be wrapping that thing up as fast as we can so we can make sure this thing works. So give me a big old thumbs up if you like me doing my first transmission rebuild. Don't forget to comment what you thought about me, you know? And you gotta check me out on the old Instagram at the Mikey's World, when the 0s and the 24s, you know what I'm saying? Please come back next week. I appreciate you guys for watching.